How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the live stream this week. Today, we've got a pretty crazy mission, and it's scary, it's dangerous. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, I've checked it out a little bit, and it's pretty intense. We're going to be doing a blizzard mountain rescue someone actually created and custom made for us here. Pretty interesting stuff. Um, this is on the border of Austria and Germany, and basically, like, I'll read the synopsis here, and we're just gonna go from there. So, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing well, and thanks for joining me today on this mission. We'll see if we can complete it. We're gonna be in the Savage Cub, which is one of my favorite airplanes, bush planes to fly. And this is what won the vote. So thank you guys for voting. Those of you who have been voting on the YouTube community page for what I'm going to be streaming. Now, the runner-up was dogfighting, a World War II dogfight on DCS World. That's another interest of mine that I've been diving into. So I think because the vote was so close, what I'm going to do is actually do the dogfight next week. So I've closed the vote for now. And I think that's what's going to be happening is we're going to do a World War II dogfight in a Spitfire next week because that will be really fun to stream. So anyways, here's the synopsis for today. We've got about a 34-minute flight if all goes well. It could take a little longer. And it's going to be dark. It's going to be a blizzard. And it's pretty crazy. Like, it starts out in a blizzard and then you got to keep climbing altitude, and eventually we'll breach out over the clouds and be able to see a lot better. I believe this mountain that we're rescuing these people on and bringing them medicine is like the highest mountain in Germany. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the Zugspitze, and we're going to be landing on a glacier there. So for days, we've been stuck in this small place in Austria because of the bad weather conditions, and we're on our way to Italy, and we wanted to take part in an air show there as a stunt pilot, but the situation has deteriorated dramatically in the last few days. The blizzard claims its first victims when a dramatic emergency call is received from the mountain station. People have been stuck there for days. The means of transport have failed there. The supplies are running out, and the people were critically injured in an avalanche. So a lot of bad things have happened. The few rescue planes that exist have been in full use for days, and now they're approaching me. So apparently now I'm the only pilot far and wide who could do it and would actually attempt this extremely daring mission and rescue flight. I don't know how we would fit all these people into one plane. Obviously, we wouldn't. You could do one or two in this airplane, but just bringing them the supplies they need to survive and some medical stuff, could save some lives. So let's get to it. This is, again, a custom mission I'm going to dive into. And okay, we've got someone commenting here on the pronunciation of this mountain, which looks like it's Suksipsi. That's a tough one. Yeah, German or Austrian. I'm sorry, it could be one of the two, but thank you for chiming in on the pronunciation, because the pronunciation is pretty tough in these foreign lands for my American self. So yeah, fly. I hope you're doing well today. You guys feel free to chime in on the comments. Now, I don't know if you've ever attempted a bush flight on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but basically they give you a nav log, and you have to try to follow the nav log in order to complete the mission, and you're really just going based on the nav log and your dead reckoning, and that's your means of navigation. So we really don't have a GPS or a map, so it's pretty wild, especially in a blizzard. In real life, you would at least want a GPS if you're going to attempt something like this. So let's get to it. And we also are able to use a map if needed to get us back on track. It's called, like, you just hit the back on track button. It'll show you where you're at on the map, in case you are feeling lost. But this is our route right here, as you can see on this screen. This is where we start. Then you got waypoint 1, 2, 3, and it's a couple zigzags. Joe, and
thanks that you finally decide for this hell ride. As you know, due to the blizzard, the connections to the mountain have been interrupted for days, and meanwhile there are some emergency situations up there where help is urgently needed. However, it is up to you, and you are the only one in this situation.
Okay, so it looks like it has started us where I left off last when I was attempting this mission. So I don't know if there's, so we basically got to find a way to restart the mission. I know one way that would probably work, but yeah,
Hi,
right.
Daredevil Joe, and thanks that you finally decide for this hell ride.
Let's see if this worked.
As you know, due to the blizzard, the connections to the mountain have been interrupted for days, and meanwhile there are some emergency situations up there where help is urgently needed. However, it is up to you, and you are the only one in this situation to deliver the emergency medications and rescue some highly injured people to guarantee their survival in this dangerous situation. Right now you are the only Daredevil who can manage this. The only advice I can give to you is climb, 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 and be prepared for mountain collisions always. May the force be with you. Good luck.
Alright, so this is actually not where we want to start. I'm going to go back to the main menu. This is where we're going to be landing to rescue the people on top of the mountain, because I was going to check it out. So that's the thing about these bush missions, is they will pick up where you left off. And because that's where I left off, that's where it's starting us out, which is not correct. So I just need to get it to start us back to the beginning of this mission. So I'm going to go to activities and see if there's a way to start, restart this mission. I'm not sure that there is. It looks like, okay, restart from. I just need to hit the 1 here, and then I can do restart from. Now we'll listen to that briefing one more time so you guys can hear it when we go in and just get a little bit of idea of what we're getting ourselves into here. This should now work, and we'll be in the right place to start this mission. Again, here's our routes real quick, showing some waypoints there, and then eventually ending up at the top of the mountain on this glacier, then flying them to another destination to drop off whoever we can pick up and rescue.
Hi, Daredevil Joe, and thanks that you finally decide for this hell ride. As you know, due to the blizzard, the connections to the mountain have been interrupted for days, and meanwhile there are some emergency situations up there where help is urgently needed. However, it is up to you, and you are the only one in this situation to deliver the emergency medications and rescue some highly injured people to guarantee their survival in this dangerous situation. Right now you are the only Daredevil who can manage this. The only advice I can give to you is climb, 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 and be prepared for mountain collisions always. May the force be with you. Good luck.
May the force be with us. So, pretty crazy conditions, as you can see. And we have our little VFRMap here, which may help to some extent. You can see our route here, at least, that we're going for. Following the river at first, coming through this lower altitude area, avoiding some mountains around here. Then we're going to want to basically keep climbing and eventually breach out of the clouds and then land on the glacier and then continue going to EDPL. So this is going to be pretty wild. Alright, so here's some of our conditions we're dealing with, and then here's the Navlog that I was telling you guys about. Let's get out our drone just to get a better view of what's going on here. Can't really see much. It's dark. It is, I believe, just before sunrise, about 7:51 a.m. right now, but part of the darkness is because of the weather here. Now here's our objective. Waypoint 1, we're going to fly southwest. What we want to do is we want to head 222, and we're going to head that for about 2.2 nautical miles. That should take us about a minute and a half. Okay, that's going to be the Lech Valley. For your safety, the first leg will follow the Lech Valley. It is very important that you climb at least 3,500 feet by the time you reach the waypoint. Stick to the compass carefully so that you don't collide with the surrounding mountains. After that, we're going to make a sharp left turn to 080. We'll continue to use the geography and fly up the valley on the lake of the same name, this lake. Recommend that you continue to climb and at least reach an altitude of 4,600 feet. So basically we're going to be just kind of following this as we go. What's nice is what we really want to do is get to this point in this photo. You can see we've breached the clouds. We'll be able to see the mountain. It's a very tall mountain, and to I cannot say it. To Shukshipsi. It's like I have no idea how to pronounce that. But anyway, that mountain will be breaching the clouds, and we will be able to see where we're going at that point visually much better, and go land on the glacier, attempt to land on the glacier uphill. And so we're gonna get started here and just focus on this first waypoint. So climbing at 3,500, and we want to go a heading of 222 for about a minute and a half. That's our first objective here. I'm gonna keep the nav log like kind of handy. Keep it right here. Okay, when I need to drop that down. Okay, this is pretty wild. I've got my flashlight, which helps a little bit. Headlamp here. We're gonna turn on the landing light and the strobe. Mags are already on. Airplane's already started up. And I believe, is this the carb heat? Need to get like confirmation from someone in chat. But I think this is the carb heat and that's the choke. Could be wrong. I don't know. Well, I'm probably gonna want to use that. And we don't have to worry about mixture in this airplane. It's automatic, which is nice, especially when we're going to be gaining all this altitude. I don't know what the altimeter is supposed to be set at. I don't know if that says that in the nav log. It should tell us like what our altimeter should be, or at least be able to tune into a nearby ATIS. Like if, for example, if we go to, let's see if we can find some information here from EDPL. Does EDPL have an ATIS? They should have an ATIS. Here we go. So we can try a, well, that wouldn't really work actually, because, oh yeah, well, I mean, I could tune into the frequency and probably get some information there, but let's just not really worry about our altimeter. We just need to not hit the ground or hit a mountain. It's the most important thing. Alright, so 222 for 2 nautical miles. This is very important. For about a minute and a half. We're actually going to start the timer once we take off. And then a minute and a half, we're going to want to turn left to 080 for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Alright, let's try it out. So 222, minute and a half. Here we go. See if we can go rescue these people. They're counting on us. Here we go, my friends. We're gonna take off in this blizzard and it's gonna get pretty dark and sketchy. Alright, let's start the timer. Not see a thing. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Still see the ground a little bit, which is helpful. We do want to keep climbing. I'm gonna trim it off about right there. Now I'm already turning. Already turning the wrong way here, so I think we need to turn left. I'm just keeping an eye on the compass. I'm sorry, we need to go the other way. No, I had that right. Yeah, we need to turn to the left. I think we want to be right in here. Oh man, this is tough. I can't even see the ground at all. All right, we're on the heading that we want. We've got a nice climb and a good speed. Let's see if we can just kind of hold this here. We're already like, I think we're already wanting to turn to a different heading at this point. I'm gonna check where we're at right now with the back on track just to make sure that we're on track here. Okay, we're actually not bad. This is good. Do need to go a little bit more to the left. So I guess maybe that's more the, is that more the 080 heading? No, that's not 080. We're just getting off course here. Why did I think it was only a minute? Does the 128 like, that's a lot longer than a minute to get to where we're going here. It's more like a few minutes. Once we get to this section, that's when we make the turn to 080. But I don't know how that works with the time because it says 128. Hey, what's going on, Alan and Daniel? Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining. Hopefully we don't hit a mountain. Still have a nice climb going. We can go ahead and make that turn now. I want to go a little bit more this way. Then we're going to turn to 020. I don't really have like the times right though, because that's takes way longer than a minute 28 to get to where that first turn was. All right, now we want to turn to 080. I mean, I would never do this in real life without a GPS. That would just be stupid. Gotta have a GPS for this. Basically IFR. All right, we're turning to 080. Come down a little bit. That is about right there. So we're gonna try to hold that heading with the compass. This is wild. We are gaining a lot of altitude, which is good. We went too far. We went too far. Hold on. Let me turn back. This way. We're about to breach out of the clouds. That's going to be a huge help. Let's keep this right. Oof, man. This is getting a lot better though, as far as visibility goes. 080 is about right here. Then we're gonna be at 089. I really want to try to get out of the clouds here. Actually, I guess it would be at 115. Whoa, okay, now we're above the clouds. Perfect. That is a huge help. Check it out. We made it above the clouds. All right, let's get back on track here. This is like really difficult. I'm gonna see where we're at. Yeah, we are way off. We are way, way off. There's our mountain. Okay. All I had to do is use my eyes. I mean, really the best thing to do is get above that layer and then look for the mountain. It's really your best bet with this. Okay, so we're above the clouds. We've got the mountain ahead. I'm feeling much better about this now, and I have a good idea of course, you know, if I'm a local pilot in this area, I've got a good idea of what's at this mountain and where to land and all that. And I'm guessing, like, when we go back down, we're also going to be going back into the blizzard again. Oh, it's bumpy up here. Probably keep a little bit of a climb going. I'm gonna come up on the seat a tiny bit. And that is our mountain ahead, guys, if you can see that in the distance here. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that peak. We were way off track, but at least I was able to find it. We don't really need the navlog anymore for this section, for the first section of this, I would say part 1 of this mission, which is landing safely here on the glacier. How's it going, Daniel and Jack and the country of mountain? Hope you guys are all doing well out there. This is Yeti territory for sure. That's the thing, is like the Yetis are probably scarier than the, you know, the actual flying in the blizzard. You really don't want to land in the wrong place and upset one of them. Yeah, I was climbing like crazy to get out of that stuff. That's one thing about this airplane I really love is, I mean, this thing will perform. It performs really well. It's definitely bumpy up here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and bumpy. We are out above the blizzard, looking back down at that weather. You can even see some lightning. It's nasty stuff down there. Much rather be up here. Oh, that's cool, Daniel. It's snowing in Colorado today, and he's watching me fly a blizzard while it's snowing outside. That's so cool. Really love Colorado. I don't know if I'll make it to Colorado this year, but we're going to Wyoming. My wife and I have a business trip to Jackson in May. Well, I should say also anniversary trip, because it's a business trip plus our anniversary. For those of you just joining, we are on a Blizzard Mountain rescue mission to go land on a glacier to bring some medical supplies and rescue some people here. This is what won this week's vote, and I'm going to do the runner-up next week because I'm just really excited to do it. So we're going to be doing some dogfighting on DCS World. Don't miss next week's stream because it'll be unlike anything I've ever done. What type of flight controls am I using? I'm using Thrustmaster setup with the basically all-in-one package. You got the joystick, the throttle, and the pedals. This is the stick right here. And then it also comes with a throttle. I really like this setup. It's really affordable. Came with all three things, and it's worked really well for me. I don't think you really need a crazy flight simulation setup. If you want, you know, if people want to spend the money on some fancy stuff, that's great, but it's still a simulation. You're not really like feeling the wind and feeling the airplane like you are in real life. So to me, it just doesn't really make any difference. I had the honeycomb throttle, or the honeycomb yoke at one point, and it's really nice, really, really cool. But they all just do the same things. I mean, as long as you can turn left and right, you have a throttle and pedals, you're good. But if you go to my kit page, you could see some of the gear that I use here. I'll type it in for you. Yeah, that's what I heard about Jackson, man. It's like become the most expensive place in America. It's crazy. All right, so we need to get some altitude. I think we're approaching the mountain now, though. I think we need more altitude to get to where we want to go, but let's just be safe about this. There's a lot of wind shear around here, and I think we want to be on the other side of the mountain. So I'm going to come around this way and circle around. I don't want to try to cross that ridge line with these winds right now. That could be really bad, so I'm going to turn this way, and where we want to go is on the other side. But there it is. Thing is treacherous. Pretty soon, these people that are stuck up here may hear the engine, the sound of the airplane, and be very, very happy to hear it. Because they know that help is on the way. This thing just like continuously wants to fall a little bit. I think I just have to tighten it. See if I can tighten it. There we go. That should fix it. All right, again, mountains right there. You can start to see the buildings. You guys see that right there? That's where we want to be. Now, that is sort of uphill that way. If you land back this way, it's uphill. That's what we want to do. We want to be landing uphill on the glacier. There's actually a runway there, and that's where we're going to land. So I'm going to start slowing down here. This weather is crazy. It's really beautiful up here, though. Ooh, just heard some thunder. Let me cut power. We really got to lose some speed here. We're going to be descending down. Got a nice, safe approach, though. Staying away from those ridge lines. We're going to come right down in here. I'm probably going to pitch up to lose a lot of speed so I can put the flaps down. All right, I'm going full flaps. Just went full flaps. So we're going to have a much more steep descent. And I can see the landing area a little bit. See if I can get a better visual on that. It's kind of tough to see. Don't want to get too slow here. Alright, we're coming in for landing. Full flaps. Wow, you're in Nairobi? That's so cool. We got someone watching from Kenya. I really want to go to Nairobi. It's on my list. I actually might make it there like in the next year or two. Have you heard of Growers Alliance? That might be who I travel with to Kenya. All right, here we go, guys. There's a runway. Sketch. We're gonna have to like lose some speed, and then we're gonna have to give it a lot of power once we get down low. We've got a decent amount of room here. I'm gonna start pulling back, and I'm gonna lose a lot of speed here. So right about now, we're gonna give it power. Get the angle we want. Oh, just hit the tires down. That's okay. All right, we're down. Had a little bit of a bounce there, but that's all right. Pretty good landing nonetheless. Let's see how uphill this is. Slowed us down like immediately. And what'll happen is you'll start to drift backwards when you get on these hills, which you don't want. So you got to keep the power in. Then we're gonna flip it around. Flip it around here.
This was really awesome.
Okay.
You land on the Schneeferner Glacier. By the way, I won my bet. Flight control never thought that you will make it. Now unload the medications and hurry up with the onboarding of the injured people. They need to go to hospital immediately.
There it is. Got the first leg completed. Now this mission is not over though. We still have to get to the, back down, I think, into the blizzard to go back down, descend down the mountain to the next airport, which I notice has fuel and I believe a paved runway. That's what it looks like on the map. Okay, so now I think we're also, I would imagine there's some fuel here. Yep, aircraft has been refueled, which we probably didn't really need. And now we're at ED1Z, Echo Delta 1 Zulu, and we're going to be going to Echo Delta Papa Lima. So we're going to go out, down the mountain here, and then we're going to be turning north to, let's see, 353. Yeah. So it says we're going to leave in an easterly direction, follow the flank of the mountains on the left. When you fly back into the cloud layer, you can again rely on the compass and the timing. Recommend that you strictly adhere to it. Until waypoint 5, I recommend you sink to a maximum of 7,300 feet. This is going to be so sketchy. And like challenging too. But yeah, we made it to this area. We'll get the drone out real quick and check it out. Then we're going to continue this mission. So you can get a feel for where we're at. Given this weather, I'd rather just stay here right now versus going back down into that storm. It's pretty terrifying. So whoever made this mission put some buildings here. Pretty cool. Really wild blizzard and avalanche. Injured some people. Not a good situation to be in. Alright, so we're just going to get who we can in this airplane. In real life, it'd be much better to have like a 208. And we'd be able to take a lot more people down with us. There's a few other little like cabins around here. There's one at the top here. That's interesting. Wow. Can you imagine that? Alright, so I'm actually going to go back this way a little bit, and then we're going to take off downhill. I probably don't even need to be honest. This is so downhill. We could just take off from where we're at. And let's get going. So just one more time, I'm going to get the briefing. So we're going to be flying a heading of 080 for about 3.5 minutes. Then we're going to turn to 353. Let's just say about 4 minutes if I start it now. Then they're going to try to navigate us to a valley where we can continue our descent. Okay, but first things first. So we're going to fly 080 for 5 nautical miles. Let's go ahead and start the timer. That should be about 4 minutes from now. Here we go. And I'm gonna take off with let's see, how many flaps do we want to use here? Probably do 1 notch of flaps. Okay. Let's keep going. .080 is about right. here. Okay, so we're gonna aim at that peak. Like this one right here. That should keep us on course. Flaps up. Got our timer going. We want to go for about 3.5 minutes. Then we're going to be making a left to 353. So I already can't see that peak. It's like the sketchiest mission ever. And it's about to get dark again. Yay! Not gonna be able to see a thing. Whoa, it's bumpy. Really gotta be in this view so I can see my compass. We're at 220. 320. At about 3 minutes and 20 seconds, we're gonna make that left turn. Start heading north. To 353. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and smash the like button, turn on the alerts, because next week we're going to be doing some dogfighting in the Spitfire, World War II dogfighting on DCS World. I am now breaking into that world, and we're going to mix things up a little bit. It's going to be pretty awesome. Okay. We're at 330, so let's make that left turn now. To 353. Man, it's bumpy. And we're starting to descend down into the blizzard again. Yay! I need to slow down. We're going way too fast. I need to turn more this way. Whoa. This is crazy. It's getting scary. I'm gonna see where we're at. 'Cause I'm scared. I need my GPS. Yeah, we've overshot a little bit. That's what I thought. Let's keep turning at 353 here. Alright, that gets us back on track right about there. We're gonna fly this heading for a minute, see if I can hold that. We are descending. We're back down in the blizzard. Just got to keep an eye on my compass. Dude, for real, I need Rudolph. I need like a massive red light. It's terrifying. All right, now we're definitely descending. I don't want to descend too much. That's what I'm scared of. All right, now we're gonna be turning to 022 next. Let's take a look at where we're at here on the GPS, because I would never do this without one. Okay, we're almost like back on track here. Just can't see anything. Is that a W? Yeah. Okay, so we want to turn like pretty much north right now. Let's keep turning to the right. I can start to see the ground. Honestly, that's kind of comforting. It'd be nice to like be able to use the ground to navigate. I gotta climb back up though. This is sketching me out. Okay, we got turned around here. See how easily that could happen in real life? Like, you think you're going one way and you're going the other. You think you're going like up and you're going down, and you think you're going left but you're going right. With the GPS, I'm fine. Need to keep heading this way. And you can kind of see like if you're going up or down based on your speed, and then of course you have the altimeter, which is an obvious choice for that, but the speed kind of tells you as well. Yeah, IMC with no altitude indicator. Well, it's like IMC with no GPS. You know, you're supposed to do it with no GPS, and that's just like a death wish in this. See where we're at. Supposed to be turning more to the east soon. Yeah, okay. So pretty soon, we're gonna be getting over a river, and that should help a lot. We could just like follow that river. That's what I would want to do in real life. Can't really see much, can you? It's like completely IFR here. Alright, we should be getting over that river soon. I just don't know like what altitude to be at. I'm gonna come down a little bit. Now that I know we're away from a lot of the mountains. It's gonna start descending down. Okay, cool. I'm starting to see the ground. Oh man, that's refreshing. Wow. And there is our river. That's what we want to follow. I need to make a little bit of a right here. Not exactly what the directions say, but that's how I'm gonna do it. See if we can get a little lower so I can see better. We're just gonna follow this river all the way home. Just still can't really see. There we go. We also have a road there. Alright, let me get a little bit lower. It's weird to think that like lower might actually be safer right now. Just to be able to see. Alright, we're in the valley. Keep losing that river though. It is right to our left. We're definitely on track. So hard to see though. Even this low, there's no visibility. Yeah. It's a terrible idea. This is all a horrible idea. It's like just one of those missions. It's like a what do you call it? Like a death wish, you know, mission. It's just a deadly mission. Yeah, you would never, I mean, probably never survive this in real life. I don't know. Maybe with a GPS. And you'd have to have like some artificial terrain. If you had some artificial terrain, you might be okay, to be honest. Look at that, there's like power lines there. Oh my god. Alright guys, we're gonna just keep following this river. We got this. It is a very thick fog though. Stupid. How else do you make a hero then? Yeah, for real. I mean, this is very, very heroic for sure. See a lot easier in that third person view. Just need to come up on the seat a little bit. Really just trying to follow this river here. I can still like kind of see it, kind of make it out. That's what we want. Just want to be able to see that river. Looks pretty frozen right now. If we can just follow that, we're gonna be fine. It'll take us right to the airport. I mean, that was like descending down into this valley was the scariest part. I'm a little less afraid now just because I can see the ground and we could dead reckon pretty well here. This is quite a winter wonderland. See the river down to my right? It's really cleared up now. We just came out of some really thick stuff. Oh, almost home. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, why there's lightning in a snowstorm. I might have to ask Microsoft about that. I know that they have a lot of exciting updates ahead. Another year of improvements for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so that's exciting. I've been looking a little bit at their roadmaps for development. Some of the things they're going to be adding and working on, and it's very, very exciting. One of those is also seasons. We'll eventually get, I know there's an add-on you can get for that, but eventually it'll just be default in-game. We'll have seasons. The river gets really small at some points. I mean, it's like I can't even see it right now. I don't know if it's because of the trees. It might be surrounded by trees. Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta like follow that tree line. I'll tell you where the river's at. It can happen. Thunder and snow happens here in Colorado. Is anyone excited for another A320 flight? No one's voting on the A320 flights. I guess I just put too many other fun options on there. We'll get to one eventually though. I'm definitely more of a fan of this stuff in real life as well, but it's still fun to fly the airliners. Alright, at some point we're gonna see the airport on our right. Just gonna keep following this river. I wanna like start celebrating now and say we did it, but it ain't over till it's over. Gotta get on the ground safely. Sketchiest parts seem like they're over. Or we could end up in another really thick fog up here. Alright, let's see where we're at. I think the river starts to go right here. Perfect. Airport's just to our right. And that's what I thought, is like when the river starts to go right like this. Remember on the map the airport was off to the right, so perfect. We're just gonna turn to an east heading. We should run right into it this way. Yeah, it ain't over yet. We gotta find the airport. Oh, we turned too far. Give me a second here. Right there. Oh yeah, we're getting into a thick fog again. Wait, is that it? Tough to say. On the map it looks like a paved runway. That almost looks like a runway right there. I have to look. Flying really slow here. Let me speed up a little bit. Okay, we missed. It's more to the north now. That was closer than I thought. Like I said, with the GPS, you're fine. All right, here it is. I can see it. All right, let's slow down. Let's see what we got here. Can we even see a windsock? Like, I don't even know which direction the wind is going right now. Looks like it's coming from this way. The airplane's wanting to crab that way. See if we could, like, overfly the runway. And that'll give us an idea of the wind. So I'm guessing it's coming from that direction. So we're going to circle back this way. We're going to be on a right downwind. And we're just going to overfly the runway. Just to make sure that we're landing into the wind. See what the airplane wants to do. And see if we can get a visual on the windsock. We found the airport. Nothing like following a river or a road when you're dead reckoning. There's our little runway. Do we have a windsock anywhere here? There it is. There it is. There's the windsock. That's what I thought. Right crosswind if we land this direction. Wind will be at about our 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Alright, now we're going to go this way. We're going to make a left downwind for that runway and land. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. At least they've been plowing the runway. If not, they needed to plow it for this rescue mission. Someone needed to get out there and at least... It's like, if this guy's even... Like, if he's really going to make it here and survive... We gotta at least have the runway plowed. Because no one thought that we would make it. Alright, flaps to 1 notch. Probably just keep them there. Turning base. Landing lights on. I've just kept it on this whole time. We're going to be right ailerons into the wind with a little bit of left rudder here. And turning final. I'm going to go full flaps. Let the tail come back. There you have it, my friends. Pretty happy with that landing. That was nice and buttery on this little skinny runway. Let's see what happens. Are we going to get like a completion here? Do I stop on the runway? Do I taxi over to the buildings? We'll just stop here. I bet you it'll complete here.
You are a real daredevil, Joe. You made it. There are really just a few pilots in the world who can manage this under these circumstances. Congratulations.
We did it. It's exactly 56 minutes. That definitely didn't look like that. Wow, that was intense. How do I go? Do I just get to go back and taxi? Can I not, like, go back to it? I was gonna taxi in. What happens if I restart from here? It's probably not gonna work. Doesn't let me taxi in? That's alright. We did it, guys. We did it. That was something. Yeah, today might be a shorter stream. It was only like an hour-long mission. I don't really know what else we could get into here. We could do a landing challenge.
Joe, and thanks that you finally decide for this help.
Yeah, so I can't go back to the runway and taxi in and shut down the airplane like I wanted to, but that's okay. Go back to the main menu. We could do a landing challenge or two because I got a little bit of time. Usually my streams are a lot longer, so might as well do some landing challenges, right? You really can't go wrong with those. They're so fun. There's this really crazy one that I've been wanting to show you guys if you haven't done it already. It is right here under strong wind, I believe. It's a new one under here. And again, another like small plane. I think it's right here. Yeah. So this is your landing zone right here on this hill. And so this is in the category of short airstrips in the United States skyline. It's located 4 miles east of Income, Idaho, on 5 acres of land. And it may take first place in the category of short airstrips. Only 400 feet in length, also known as Simcoe Field Airport, can accommodate only a few airplanes. Of course, mostly STOL craft. Skyline is not only short, it lies at over 1 mile high in elevation. It's situated atop a sloping ridge, and it's 5,623 feet above sea level. Yeah. Add a gusty, strong wind, and a light aircraft like an X-Cub, and a true challenge awaits. Yeah, this one is pretty tough. If you guys haven't tried this one, you're going to have to try this one. But here we go. Let's dive into a couple landing challenges since we got that mission complete. Yay! We saved some lives today. And last week we put out some fires in Yellowstone. Now we're bringing people medicine and saving lives on a mountain during a blizzard. Just never know what you're going to get ourselves into here. What do they do, like 24 knots of wind gusting to 30? Yeah, right. So we're way over our crosswind component in this plane. For anyone just joining, we've completed our mission already, so now we're doing some landing challenges. Obviously there's no blizzard here, and we're not in Austria or Germany anymore. We're now in Idaho. This place is absolutely epic. And they always like have a little bit better graphics for these landing challenges, which is cool. It's something I've noticed. They really like spend some time on that for this. And look at these clouds up ahead. The storm is approaching. There's a storm behind us. There's a storm in front of us. We got to get this airplane down. I'm going to raise up the flaps for now. I think our destination, because I have done this before, is right here. That's our landing zone. I can see it, the little light blue indicator, the teal indicator. That's where we're landing. Yeah, this is a tough one. Let me get this thing trimmed off. You can see how much we're getting pushed from left to right. Alright, I'm gonna go full flaps. Alright, we're now full flaps. Landing light on. our speed up. Very bumpy here. Gorgeous terrain though. I mean, I think they really make everything run smoother here and update the area here for the landing challenges with the scenery. So it looks really, really good. Some of that could be because of the overhaul. I probably, you know what? I should have gotten the Germany and Austria overhaul, like the world update. My computer is really struggling, so I actually didn't have it for that mission. So I apologize. I should have had that. But my computer is really struggling, guys. I got to get a new computer. I'm really struggling with space. Like, I have no space left. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can stick this. We're gonna do left ailerons into the wind, some right rudder here. Gotta keep the speed up. It's about to stall. Oh man, this is bumpy. So sketchy, are you kidding me? Whoa. Not even making it. I guess I made it. Now it's saying I didn't even land on the designated runway. Oh man, we'll try it one more time. I'm gonna go really fast and get there as fast as possible. We're gonna try this one more time. That was pretty uncoordinated. That was a go around. This is a tough one. It really is. See, now this is the plane we needed for that rescue mission. We had the artificial terrain, the GPS. I'd be way more likely to do that in real life if I had this setup. Alright, we're gonna keep our speed up here and just get to that landing zone as quick as possible. Attempt this one more time. I think I overshot it, and then I was trying to kind of correct it. Now look at this, I'm coming in really hot, and then I'm gonna lose all the speed at the last minute. Alright, just cut power. This is more the angle that we want to be at. Honestly, don't even know, like, if I really need the flaps, but I guess I'll do it. Putting them down now. That wind is really pushing us. Let's keep the speed up here. Come up into the landing view. I'm at full power right now with full flaps. Oh. No, no, no. That's a go around. Almost just died. Let's see if we can just go back around and try this again. Flaps up. Honestly, I think full flaps in this airplane landing uphill like that is, I really don't like it. I think you gotta land like with maybe one notch of flaps. I'd almost rather just have none, because if you get into a situation like that where you feel like you're uncoordinated or you're not gonna make it, way better to just not even have flaps in, so you can get out of there. Okay, we're gonna try this one last time. I knew this was gonna be difficult. I have done it plenty of times. It's just been a while, and it's one of the hardest landing challenges in the sim, if not the hardest. So if you guys haven't tried this yet, you definitely got to try it. Again, I'm going to keep the speed up so we can get it there more quickly. But yeah, I'm not liking the full flaps landing with this situation. This does not feel right. I'm actually gonna try no flaps this time. Why can I not, whoa. What's the deal with the flaps though? They felt like they were down. Thought I had them up. I don't know. Kind of done with this one, like, but I don't want to quit until I get it. It just doesn't seem right. Seemed like the flaps are still down. Hold on, let me just double check this. Okay, they are up. Flaps are up. Just wasn't getting like any power. I was at full power and the airplane was struggling to climb. It's kind of weird. Keep the mixture a little bit more rich. Well, let's see where the mixture wants to be. Looks like that was already set for us. It wants to be somewhere in there. Just laughing at Charles's comment. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time here, guys. Hopefully I'll get it this time. If not, we're gonna move on. I've gotten it before though. But it is pretty tough. We're way above the crosswind component as far as wind goes. Really have to nail your approach in order to get this. I'm at like full right rudder right now. I mean, that's just like, it's as good as I got right now on the sim. I don't know. Some of this stuff's actually harder on the sim than it is in real life, to be honest. I'm kind of done with that right now. And it's like, that was actually a fine landing, and I'm fine with that landing, but it still said like you didn't land on the runway. I think you got to hit that spot exactly, from what I remember. That's what's so tough about it. All right, let's go to another landing challenge here before we wrap up the stream. What do you guys want to do? You tell me. I mean, there's so many good ones on here. This one I've never even done. Is this a new? Wow, this is in the Arctic Ocean between the northern coasts of Norway and the North Pole. All right, let's do it. Is this a Cessna 152? Nice. All right, we could definitely do that. This might just be beautiful, so enjoy. "60 knots. We'll have a 6-knot left crosswind." It's like we're doing kind of a U-turn there. Hey, Daniel, take care. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Catch you next time, my friend. All right, now we're chilling in a 152. Let's check our lights here. Why can't I hide the yoke? There we go. Nav strobe, taxi landing. Yep, we're all good. Carpet on. Alright, where's this runway at? I don't think I'm really gonna see. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much on a left base for it right now. Getting a little too slow there. Look at this scenery, though. Again, this is one of those things where I'm not sure if I have the world update installed for. The scenery could potentially be a lot better. I just gotta get a new computer sometime this year to be able to have all the world updates installed. Each of them takes a pretty good amount of space. $152, this should be a breeze as far as landing goes. Then we'll hop into something else, probably do another challenge. Love me some landing challenges. Pretty fun. I'm gonna come up here and just glide down with no power. Go ahead and put the carb heat back in. Alright, now let's see if we can make the runway with no power. I'm just cutting the engine. Wow, what a beautiful place to land. Magical. Where does it want the wheels to hit? Oh, okay, I can see it. Right on the teal. Sure we can manage that. Add a little bit of power here. Oh, just missed it. That's okay. This is a interesting runway. It's like pretty hilly. It's not very flat. Yeah, we'll still get an A for that. Why did it give me 0? Oh, because I've never done it. Hey, USA's beat my score. I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can top his. He's on the stream. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was flying along a couple streams ago. So he friended me on Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you guys friend me on here, we can like compete against each other with the landing challenges. Okay. That was pretty cool. Now let's do a different airplane here. What's another airplane that I'm familiar with? This Indonesia one's really fun. How do I have a C for that? Lukla, it's classic. Some of these I haven't really spent a lot of time on, as you can see. Here's another one in Iceland. Ooh, that's a new one. The 208. Cool. Oh, this is such a cool airport. I know this airport. That's neat. Let's do something, let's get into a bigger airplane here. Let's get into something heavier. Here's a new one in Sweden. And the 7478. This is going to be wild. I don't know how I'm going to do on this, guys. I don't really know this airplane, so this will be pretty entertaining. So here we go. We're going to get something much heavier. We're going to land at 140 knots. Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. This is not an airplane that I've really flown, so it's not going to be like the A320 that I'm somewhat familiar with. I know nothing about this airplane as far as how it flares and all that. All right, this is going to be heavy. 3 knots of wind though. Here we go. Is our gear down? Yes, it is. Which runway is it? Is it the left one or right one? I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna guess it's the left one. Whatever, I don't care which one it is. I just want it to be smooth. Just slowing down here. 190 right now. Going to 180. We're on a base. I'm going to turn final right about now. Autopilot's off. It's crazy how big some of these planes are. Normally I'd be landing like with the ILS with this airplane. It wouldn't be as manual. I like doing things manually though. Let me get this thing trimmed off. 1,000. Here we go. Got a pretty good speed going. I'm gonna try to put in a notch of flaps. Here comes our flaps. Hopefully that'll help slow us down a little bit. Let's make sure this is off. We disarm all that. Yeah, I feel like I have control of speed. Coming down to 160. 500. Put in a little throttle here.
400.
Gotta keep our speed up. I think we're a little low there, but that's alright. Start to flare.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There's some wheels down. Look how high up that is where the wheels hit. Massive airplane. Alright, not bad for never landing that plane. It's gonna give us like a C. Oh, it gave us a B. Okay, that was fun. Alright, we're gonna do one more before I wrap the stream up. Let's see, what do we want to do? Just did something heavy. Let's do another strong wind. These get pretty crazy. How about... Oh, Queenstown is a crazy approach in New Zealand. That's one that I want to do on the stream. On the live stream, like a full flight. Let's go ahead and do that one. This is one of the hardest, most spectacular approaches in the world. We're going to be in a Cessna Citation CJ4. 113. That's the magic number. We got 20 knots of wind coming from 3-5. This will be it. This will be the last landing. Hopefully I don't crash. See if we can get an A or a B. Looks like I got an A last time on this. Whoa. Okay. Again, another airplane that I never fly, that I'm really not familiar with. I have no idea where this airport is. I mean, I have a general idea. I think it's like toward the end of this water, then you make a right in, from what I remember. Look how beautiful this place is. Okay, I'm ready to go to New Zealand. Now remember, this is 20 knots of wind. This is a pretty serious amount of wind here. I'm going to go down to another notch of flaps. That should also increase our stall speed. We want to be aiming for about 113. We're a little under that right now. Gotta love the CJ4. It's just a classic jet. Okay, I see the runway. I have a visual. We're on a right base for it right now. Just gonna get this thing trimmed off. There we go. Another notch of flaps coming in now. Oh, we're at full flaps. We're already at full flaps. Hello, Queenstown. I've actually been there in real life when I was about 15 years old. Went bungee jumping. Like right off that mountain that we're looking at right now, overlooking the city. That was like the scariest thing I've ever done. Alright, we've got a nice visual here. Got below that little layer of clouds. Wind is just bouncing us all over the place. I'm going to add a little bit of power here. Don't want to get too slow. Gear is down. Just double check that. Yep, gear's down. Isn't this approach insane? People do this on a daily basis. I wonder if Queenstown has an IRS or ILS, or at least has an RNAV. Sure, it does. All right, here we go. Now we're getting lined up here. Nice and bumpy. Need to lose some altitude. Very bumpy. All over the place. Whoa. Okay, we're way over our mark, but okay, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. That could have been a lot worse. Still, like, made it safely. Oh, I was wanting to turn off the runway. I forgot. It's just gonna end. Yeah, that was not great. Not great. So I've gotten an A on that before. Does it keep the last score that you made, or does it keep the best score? Let's see. Okay, it keeps your best score. So I did make an A on this at one point. But yeah, that was fun. That was a short mission, so it was fun to throw in some landing challenges with you guys. And thanks so much for hanging out today. You're the best. Next week, we're going to be doing some dogfighting on DCS. It's going to be a totally different thing. I've never live streamed anything like that. I'm learning DCS world, and it's been a lot of fun. I've always been into the World War II dogfighting and, of course, that time period of aviation. And that's something that Microsoft Flight Simulator just hasn't really brought to the table yet with dogfighting and things like that. So DCS world, and probably one other, like IL-2, a lot of people play that as well. Those are really the two like combat sims right now. And personally, I just don't really have much interest in the modern day jets. I'm more of more into the World War II dogfighting stuff. So I'm excited to do that for you guys next week. Again, that was the runner-up for the vote this week. So I'm just going to go to the runner-up instead of doing a new vote. That will also be my last stream for a few weeks, because then I'll be going to Mexico to work on a documentary with the indigenous Maya that has been planned for a long time. And I will not be live streaming while I'm in Mexico, of course. So I'll be sad that I'll be missing you guys during that, but hopefully I'll still have a few videos coming out while I'm gone. That's the plan, at least. And we'll resume the live stream as soon as I get back mid-February. Thank you so much for being here today. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we were able to save some people on that German mountain. And there's just, so many fun things to do on here. It's never ending and it just keeps improving. So it's really exciting. We've got, I really would never run out of ideas on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So much fun stuff ahead. So I'll catch you guys soon. Be safe. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Would love to chat on the Discord channel if you ever want to talk on the Discord channel. Or also, like, you can share photos on there from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just a good place to hang out if you want to join the channel and start a conversation about something.